Hey guys, happy Tuesday, or happy not Monday, however you want to look at it. I'm here with Monroe. I am holding her because she's due for a nap, so I figured I'm going to come on and make this video because I was asked a question and I'm going to enjoy holding her on my lunch break, trying to get her down for a nap before I get back to my work. So she's just cute and cuddly in this really sweet Menudis old romper. It's an old romper. I've had it for forever and I love it on her. It is super hot here, so it's appropriate for the weather. So I'm just gonna rock her, and hopefully by the time I'm done chatting, she will be down for her nap, so to speak. She'll be sleeping. But I was asked this question, and I think it's a really great question, and I think that we all experience it. So again, I love to chat about these things when we know that we all experience them. And the question is, what do you do when things aren't shiny anymore? What do we do when that doll has lost its shine, I guess you could say? Because there's always so much temptation out there. And this is the struggle I think we all have as collectors in a hobby, where there's new things popping up everywhere. Every day it seems there's another artist releasing something that's new and exciting. And as I like to say, bright and shiny. Bright, shiny, new. That's what we all struggle with, and not wanting everything. But yet we really do want everything, right? I think people ask me this regularly because I have settled down and really enjoyed the fact that I have less dolls and I don't rush out and buy the new dolls regularly. I don't feel the need to. I don't feel the urge to. I generally appreciate all the new babies that are being made, all the new reborns, all the new silicones. I enjoy all of it, and I apologize because I have a squeak in my floor. I need to pick a different spot to stand in, I guess. However, I have learned how to really appreciate seeing all the new stuff without needing to have it. And that's the trick of being in this hobby. Once you're in it long enough and you figure out what it is you really love and what really speaks to you, it makes it easier to enjoy from afar. That's what I do. I enjoy from afar or through my friends. Sorry, I've got my head half cut off, so I keep bending down. But actually, maybe we can aim this up a little bit so you guys can see me better. But I want you to see her. Let's see. Is that better? Okay, that's better. So ultimately, what I think is like narrowing down what it is you love. And if you're in a phase of your collecting where you're still figuring out what it is you love, it's going to be hard to not want to buy it all. Because if you're still discovering, like, what do I love? What is the ultimate doll for me? And maybe your goal in collecting is to have more dolls overall all the time and just keep enjoying all of the variations, and that's fine. But what happens to a lot of us is the more new dolls that come out, the more dolls we buy, the ones we have suddenly become less shiny, less, I don't know, exciting maybe, because you've had it a while. So, it doesn't feel new, bright, shiny excitement that you felt when you first got the baby. And that is a struggle for all of us. It truly, truly is. And I'm sharing Monroe, first of all. One of the reasons why I wanted to share her in this video is a lot of the reason is because I've had her for so long and I'm still absolutely thrilled with her. And I see my hair is funky. This is the problem when you put yourself in front of the camera. You start seeing things that bug you. Anyways, and there are times where, like, I've either gotten a new doll or new dolls have come out and then I went, oh wow, maybe I want something new, because I have that moment, that wobble of, oh gosh, maybe I do want something new. And she's not as bright and shiny because she's not brand new. I've had her for 6 years. 6 years. I'm still like mind blown at that. Like 6 years with this baby. Like, how did that even happen? So how do I deal with those feelings? How do I deal with those moments? Because they are generally, for me, they're fleeting moments, and I've learned to kind of sit in the moment. I don't make hasty decisions when I'm feeling a certain way. Like, I have to let it sit with me. It has to resonate. It has to, like, I have to process it and be like, is this really what I'm feeling? Or is this just because, something new just came out? When the Tadeo and I guess the girl is little sis, when that sculpt came out, I really was tempted. It was the first time that I had been tempted in a really long time to want to potentially even consider bringing home a new silicone baby, full body silicone baby. And then I went, why am I feeling this way? Is it because I don't love Monroe as much? I process things a lot. You guys know I'm an overthinker. It's who I am as a human being. I'll never be any different. And what I did to kind of figure that out and work through those feelings, because that's what I had to do. Ultimately, I have to work through those feelings. I have to figure out, is it really how I'm feeling, or is it just a moment, a fleeting moment? So when those moments occur, I have to put the baby away. When I say I put the baby away, I don't box her up or anything like that, but I do purposely not take her out and hold her. I don't look at her. I just kind of cover her in her stroller or wherever she's laying at the time. I will put a blanket over so I'm not seeing her every day. So therefore, she's not in sight and on my mind. And it gives my brain kind of a break to kind of go, okay, do I miss her when I don't spend time with her? If I wait a week and I purposely don't look at her, I don't pick her up, I don't change her, I don't do anything with her. Like, a week is usually the limit, and then I suddenly feel like I'm crazy. I love this doll. I enjoy her. I couldn't imagine parting with her. I can't even think about putting her in a box to send her off to anybody. So then it confirms in my brain that it was just a fleeting moment. Now, if a week or so goes by, and I'm talking about any other doll because it hasn't happened with Monroe, but if there's another doll that I'm kind of getting bored of, or just isn't doing it for me that particular day or moment, I will do the same thing. I have to have them out of sight, out of mind, and see if I miss them. And it's probably the best advice anybody's ever given me over the years, is put them away, out of sight, out of mind. Do you think about them? Do you not think about them? And if you can go an extended period of time and you just don't care, and it just doesn't bother you either way, that's a good sign that you might be over the doll fully, and it's not just a fleeting moment, so to speak. And then maybe it's time to think about, yeah, maybe I could part with that doll. But I'd say don't ever rush to sell a doll or pass on a doll if you're having these moments, because they are fleeting a lot of times, because we get so enamored with everything new that's being released. And let's face it, on Instagram, there's just so many beautiful pictures of so many different dolls out there. It's hard not to get caught up in that and want to have a new doll. And for a person like me, a collector like me, I don't bring home a lot of dolls very often, ever anymore. So I really have to put thought into it. If you're in the mix of where you have a large collection you can continue to buy without selling, experience it all, because that's how I did it in the beginning. It's how I figured out what I love. It's also what helped me figure out I didn't need all the dolls anymore after a certain period of time. But the true test is put them away for a while. And sometimes it takes a couple months for people to figure out whether it's something they want to hold on to or let go of. It really just depends on you as a person. For me, at about a week is usually the limit where I either start to miss them, or I'm could care less and I forget about them altogether. And then I move them on. And I haven't regretted any of those that I have moved on at that point. But it really is the best way. Because earlier on, I got rid of some dolls that I still wish I had held on to. I just kick myself because I'm rushed to that, rushed into that decision. Did I really need to part with that doll? I kind of missed that doll. And then I went, gosh, I should have just held on to the doll longer, because I probably would have kept them. Would I have kept them long term? Who knows? But when you rush to a moment's notice of seeing something you like online and then go, oh, I'm gonna get rid of this because I'm just over it. And then a week later, you're like, why did I do that? You don't wanna be feeling that way. Feeling regret in this hobby is never a good thing. It just isn't, because you think about it for years. Like, there's two dolls that I have parted with, reborns, final reborns that I parted with years ago. When I say years ago, I'm talking like 2013, 2014. Yeah, and I wished I still to this day, almost 10 years later, I wished I'd held on to them. And even now I remember the artwork being just so ahead of its time on both. They were specific artists, both of them were, and I'm like, should have held on to them. I should have held on to them. So these regrets, they last a long time. I don't regret many things and decisions in this hobby, but that's definitely those two dolls. Wished I'd kept them. Gotta say, still kicking myself. So just don't rush to do anything you'll regret, right? Like, the key is just sound decision making, not being rushed, making sure you're really done, enjoying that doll before you move it along, because sometimes you can get them back, sometimes you absolutely cannot, and you'll never see them again. So bear that in mind when you make those decisions. But we all go through it. We all feel it. We experience it because it is a hobby. A hobby is truly, to collect all the things, right? Like, we want all the things, and our budgets don't always allow us to have all the things. So we have to give up some to have new ones. So you have to be careful when you're making those choices so that you don't make a decision you'll regret. But yeah, putting baby away for a bit really does help clarify if that's truly what you want to do, is move the doll on. And luckily, anytime I've put this baby away, like, a week is maximum that I can stand being without her, and then I'm like, I need to pick her up and hold her. And that tells me that she's very special and I can't part with her, right? So yeah, it affirms that in my mind that she is my special girl. But yeah, so hopefully that helps answer that question. And again, it's beautiful here. It's not extremely hot, but it's sunny, and it's true beautiful summer weather that's bearable outside, even though it's the middle of the week, work week. I at least during my lunch break got to take my dog outside and, of course, make a video for you guys. So I hope you all are having a great week so far, and hopefully you enjoyed this chat. And yeah, that's about it for us. And she's still awake. Well, she's persistent. She doesn't want to miss anything, but at least she's relaxed. But there you go, guys. That's our topic for the day. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and Monroe and I will see you very, very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.